Thank you, Katrina, for your introduction. Welcome to our workshop, Entrepreneurial Mindset. We will tell you about growth and fixed mindset, DISC, and entrepreneurial competences. But first of all, we will introduce ourselves. We are working from the Netherlands, and it's currently 1 o'clock here. And my name is Inge. I'm working as a community coach in the Center for Entrepreneurship, and I'm a former speed skater athlete. So coming from the background as a former speed skater, I know what it is to set ambitious goals. And there are more competences, and I think these competences are unique to blend top sport and coaching expertise, helping student entrepreneurs to develop the mindset and skills needed to grow both personally and professionally. And I will give the word to my colleague Chantal.
So my name is Chantal Tegink. I'm a community coach at the Center for Entrepreneurship. You were already explained about the Center for Entrepreneurship, but I'm coaching students who want to become entrepreneur or already are entrepreneur. I'm also a senior lecturer at this school in the Netherlands for entrepreneurship, and I'm a DISC certified coach, and we're going to tell you about DISC a little bit later on. We will skip this page about the CFA because we understood that you already know what we're doing here in the school. We try to develop entrepreneurship in our school, and we do that by giving some workshops, and parts of these workshops we're going to share with you. We have a small agenda. It's the introduction we already had. We're going to talk to you about mindset. We're going to talk to you about DISC. We're going to talk to you about entrepreneurial competences, setting goals, and then a wrap up. And we're also going to do stuff with you. So I hope you have pen and paper in front of you. And if not, maybe we can take a minute that you can take it in front of you. Maybe you can let us know in the chat when you're ready. So I will continue then. Oh, good. Okay, thank you. So first of all, I would like to start with a question, actually. Why is mindset so important as an entrepreneur, but also as a human being? Well, I'll tell you a little bit about mindset. And maybe you already heard about it, maybe not. But there's this Carol Dweck, which is an American psychologist and professor at the Stanford University, did some research about mindset. And she's the worldwide founder of this theory, actually. And we use this in our workshops. So her theory is about fixed and growth. Fixed is that people believe that their qualities, talents, intelligence are fixed. And they try to avoid mistakes, often try to choose safe options and see failure as a proof that they're not good enough. While if you look at growth mindset, it's that people believe that they can develop themselves by learning, by getting feedback, and they see mistakes as an opportunity to grow and to take on challenges. So why is this so important, actually? It's actually how you deal with learning, failure, and success, which is, of course, important as an entrepreneur. And it helps you, if you can develop a more growth mindset, it helps you to develop your competences if you would like. So now we have a question for you. And the question is actually if you can take a minute to reflect, but before you do, we give you an example, but we will ask you to reflect on this growth and fixed mindset theory, and we will ask you to write down 2 examples, each of one. But before we do that, I would like to ask Inge, can you give us an example of this mindset, a growth and a fixed mindset, because you were a former athlete, so you probably dealt with that. Yeah. Tell me about it.
Yes, for sure, I dealt with it. I take an example out of my former sport. During my sporting career, I came across the difference between a fixed and a growth mindset. And I remember a marathon in which I ended up at the back of the race, so not a place where I would be. But my thoughts were also only, I don't belong here, I can keep up with the pace. That's how a fixed mindset works. You convince yourself that you are stuck. And after that, I talked with a psychologist, and I learned to think differently. I used other skills. I analyzed my race better, I learned to distribute my energy, stayed more focused on my own plan, and even when it's going got tough. With that growth mindset, I saw every race as an opportunity to learn and improve myself. So, as a result, I was no longer at the back, but back at the front in the leading group. So, it makes a big difference, the growth and fixed mindset.
So probably you will have some examples of yourself, and we would like you to take this minute now to reflect on it, and maybe you can write something down, and then later on, perhaps if somebody wants to share it in the chat, please share it with us. So we take 1 minute for now. Somebody who would like to share an example of fixed or growth, as Inge did, then please write it down in the chat. And if we go too fast, please let us know. So Sean is sharing growth mindset, learn the language, expand knowledge on rec agri. And Pidar is, sorry if I'm not saying it the right way. Was once reminded, fixed mindset, feel engored. Growth mindset are architects. Okay. Growth persistence. So thank you for sharing. I believe myself to have a growth mindset at the moment, adapt to new engineering technologies quick. Well, that's very nice. Thank you for sharing. So it's something you can develop, and of course you have both inside of you, but you can develop it. Conclusion, fixed mindset is you believe that your talent and intelligence are fixed and mistakes are threatening. You avoid challenges, and growth is you believe that you can learn and develop through effort, feedback, and perseverance. Mistakes are an opportunity to learn. So we have some free tips actually, and if you want to know more about it, Carol Dweck wrote a book and she made a lot of podcasts. So I would really, how do you say that? Aanbevelen. I would recommend this to you. But she has some tips. She shared it in a podcast I once listened. And she says, okay, one tip is embrace the challenge, try to learn from your mistakes, and use the power of not yet. So I am not able to do that yet. Instead of saying and closing yourself, saying, I'm not able to do that. The other tip is focus on the process and not on the results. Because as an entrepreneur, we mostly result driven, but the process is very important as well. And set learning goals instead of performance goals. So these are a few tips she shared in this podcast. We would like to share them with you. And then we have another question actually for you. Maybe you can share it again in the chat. What if you could apply one of the tips of an example you wrote down? Which one could help you? And if you would apply this more often, what could bring it to you? Could somebody perhaps share that in the chat? Or maybe it's a tip you're already using.
We will wait a little bit longer because then you have a little bit more time to think about it.
Oh, that's also nice. It's not in the list, but purpose can be more important than perfection. Well, it's very nice. Thank you for sharing. Yeah.
Yeah, great.
Yeah, not yet regarding to my tech skills. Yes. Well, that's a good, it's good because it's changing all the time. So we have some thumbs up.
Did you know this?
Nice, Sandra sharing, not yet, since I started in a new professional field. So Inge was asking, were you all familiar with this theory of gravel drags, growth, and fixed mindset? Can somebody perhaps share it also in the chat? Joaquin is sharing, embrace the challenge. Thank you. Okay. Oh, through design thinking. Yeah, that's also very nice. Yeah.
I think we can go to the next slide if you're ready for it. Sorry, I lost my mouse. Okay. We have some more tips in the entrepreneurial mindset. In addition to mindset, we have also preference in behavior. And that's what we can find in a model called DISC. You see the model on your screen. And how did it come about, this model? The model is based on the work of Marston and Jung from the 20s, so it's a long time ago. And they researched how people express their emotions and behavior in interaction with their environment. And this was later developed into a DISC profile as we use it today. Interesting is DISC is used worldwide for self-insight and self-knowledge. And as you can see, DISC has four basic styles. It's red dominant, I from influence, it's yellow, steady for steadiness, green, and consensus is blue. And also important, it's human or task orientated. You can see it above the model and downstairs. And on the right and left side, it's also based on introvert and extrovert. And if you do a test, you can score yourself in this model. And almost no one is purely one style. Usually you have a combination of two styles that are most prominent. So like DI or CS. And this makes DISC richer and helps you not only to understand yourself better, but also others. This is very valuable as an entrepreneur because it could make collaboration or communication more effective. The DISC model. Yeah, I think. Sorry, I thought also it's about four preferences. So that's good to know. And we have again a question about this. Where do you recognize yourself the most? And it could be helpful that you ask yourself if you are more direct or indirect, so introvert or extrovert, and if you are more task or human orientated. Maybe you can let us know. I will go back to the model so you can score yourself a little bit. We will wait a few minutes so you can plot yourself in the model. Share the answers again in the chat.
So Sandra is sharing with us human-orientated. You could also try to see if you're more introvert or indirect, more extrovert, direct. But it's good to know this, of course. And then there was human-orientated extrovert, steadiness. That's really nice to read. Task-orientated extrovert, direct extrovert.
Influence, dominance.
Extrovert, but between task and human-orientated. Yeah, influence, dominance. Trying my best to be task-orientated too. Well, everything, you have every color, but under stress, it's most of the times one color that has a preference. But if you're not under stress, you will probably be also good at that. Recognize myself in compliance because I'm responsible and detail-oriented. Okay, and in dominance because I am ambitious and goal-driven. Nice, good explanation. Task-oriented and influencer. Yes. Well, thank you for sharing. We'll wait a little bit more. There's some answers coming still. Yeah, and Katrina here is mixed. You have all the colors.
Yes.
Yeah, nice. Thank you. Yeah, it's a little bit. This model is sometimes a little bit discussed over because it looks like you're putting people in yeah, how do you say it? Hokjes, we say in the Netherlands.
In parts.
Yeah. But I think it only says something about behavior and can help you to find your qualities if you're not so good at having, if you don't know yourself that good yet. And it's an easy model, so it's easy to explain and to use also in communication. I think as an entrepreneur, it's handy to know because if you're in sales or you want to, it can be very helpful to know which customer is in front of you. Because it's an easy model. You only have to first look at task, then human, then extrovert, introvert. So that's therefore we like to use this model for our students here at the school because it's easy and it's helpful.
Yeah, and it's also very helpful to deal more gently with other people if they are working in an other way than you are. Yeah, it's very important to know. Yeah.
For understanding, yes.
Yeah.
So there is, of course, a link. Oh, sorry, we already asked this. Yes, there's a link between DISC and growth and fixed mindset. DISC shows you how someone tends to act, and mindset is more that defines how you deal with challenges, and it's not about personality style itself. So we also have this free link for you if you want to find out more about DISC. And Katerina is going to share it now in the chat with us. There are many tests on the internet. You can find it yourself, but we thought we give you this one for as a present. If you make that test, you get some more insights into where your preferable behavior lies. So we talked about mindset, we talked about DISC, and we want to talk about something else that we work with here at our school and with our entrepreneurs, and that's about entrepreneurial competences. Yes. Well, in the past, I'm going back one sheet, sorry. In the past, I think still also today, there are many people believe that entrepreneurship is something that you are born with. And now I'm actually curious what you think. Do you think that entrepreneurship is something you were born with or something you can develop? It's a little bit een beetje voor de hand, maar perhaps somebody can share her answer. Sean is sharing, developing. And the thumb up. A person needs a something which can be nurtured. Yeah, okay, 50-50. Yeah, I understand that answer also. Well, in the model we work with, it's made by Thomas Lans and Marco van Gelderen. They have a different perspective. They say from a growth mindset point of view that entrepreneurship is something that you can develop. And of course, it is helpful that you know who you are. So, and that's something a model DISC can help you with. Their message is there for entrepreneurship is not just about starting a business, but a way of thinking and acting that can help you to be more entrepreneurial. And what we are going to do is we are going to share these competences with you. And I will explain a little bit more how it works. Pedar is also sharing, I think the ability for entrepreneurial engagement and expressions always exists, however circumstances and personal ambition defines the output. Now, it's a really nice set, Pedar. Thank you for sharing. So the model that Thomas and Marco made was actually about 15 competences for entrepreneurs. And they divided those 15 competences in three parts. One part is into action, and a part of resources, and a part ideas and opportunities. And then you see in the color corresponding which competence belong to that. So, for example, in the blue, there is a competence creativity, and in the green, there's planning and management. Into action and resources is actually about self-awareness and self-efficacy. We are going to share the 15 competences with you. Katerina, can you share the link in the chat?
Okay.
Yeah, thank you very much. So what we would like to ask you to do is there is this document that you can download, and you can fill it out perhaps in the document or otherwise with a pen and paper. And you can score these 15 competences yourself. We are going to take some time for that because it takes a little while. We take about 20 minutes. And if you're not ready, it doesn't really matter because you can keep the document and you can use it for yourself. But if you, but we'll call you back in 20 minutes. So let's say it's in the Netherlands, it would be 10 minutes before 2. So for the most of you, it's 10 minutes before 3. We would like to invite you back here. Fill out the document. The instructions are on the document. And then we are going to do a small exercise also afterwards with you about these competences. If there are any questions, we will be here. So you can ask them in the chat and we will try to answer them. After you filled out the form and you scored the 15 competences, we would like to ask you to find one competence you resonate on because we want to do something with that. Well, I think that are the instructions that we would like to give to you. Yeah, correct. Yeah. So from now, we'll give you 20 minutes to work on. So we see you back in 20 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Hope you are ready to return. Can you let us know in the chat, how did you experience this exercise? A few reactions.
The first one is in the chat.
Yeah, thank you. Interesting, Yuri. It's difficult to to pronounce some names. Sorry if I say it wrong.
Yuri.
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 Thank you. Some other reactions, perhaps?
Yeah, now it's coming a lot.
Yeah.
Something to think about.
Yeah. Finding myself in the intermediate 2 level on a few themes. Okay, nice, good. So, first of all, the document we shared, it's for you. You can use it also a second time and a third time, as you have probably seen, we hope at least, is that you can make, after some development, you can make a second and a third measurement. And furthermore, somebody shared finding myself on an intermediate level. Well, there's space for growth to advanced or expert. But I think it speaks for itself because we explained also how it works. So there is the last exercise that we would like to do with you online. And that is actually, well, we ask you also to select one competence where you can think about what do you and how do you want to develop this competence. So we hope you find one competence that you would like to use for the next exercise. Katarina, can you share the document, the last document that we would like to share with the group?
Just a moment. I think there is one problem, but I try to fix it.
Okay, we wait.
Because it don't let me go to my computer. Yes, I'm sorry. There is really something now. I try to do it, but it's not possible.
We have a slide with the same questions as in the forms. Maybe you can share the form a bit later so that everyone can download the form. But I think we can also use our slide for
the next exercise.
Yeah. Because it's important if you have a goal. So we say a goal without a plan is just a wish. So it's important if you will develop yourself and you will grow, you will have to setting a goal. And we will do that with a few questions. You see the questions in the slide. So answer the question, what do you want to have arrived in 6 months and achieved? And achieved in 1 month. And what do you want to achieve already today? And there are 2 other questions. What or who do you need to achieve your goal? Or maybe think about your mindset. And last, what keeps you motivated to never let go of your goal? If you write down these questions on your paper, and then we will come back at it. But first of all, Chantal, I think you have also a nice an example for us. Maybe you can share it with the group.
Yeah, because I choose the competence number 14, working with others, and then 14.2, there was this word called networking. And it's not my favorite part of being an entrepreneur. So I scored myself actually foundation, perhaps intermediate. But now what happened is that not so long ago, I met somebody who wants to sell her company. And when I heard that, it's a company I also work for. I'm a coach, and we use trainings that she provides. And when I heard that, I thought, hey, I want to buy this company. And it was actually like a intuitive feeling. So I took the phone and I told her, listen, if you want to sell it, I want to buy your company. Then I felt really good about it. But then later on, there were all kind of thoughts in my head. But anyways, I will not disturb you with that. But when I'm buying this company, I need to have a network because I need customers that buy my product, which I'm going to sell, which is a training. So I answered these questions also for myself in regards to networking. And I put down at question 1, what do I want to have achieved in 6 months? Well, for buying this company, I really need a valuable network where there are more than 15 people, which I can find, who want to buy the training that we sell in this company. So it's really specific, actually. So that is what I want to have achieved in 6 months. But what do I need then to have achieved in 1 month? Well, in 1 month, I need at least two person who will buy this, who tell me that they want to buy this product. Okay, but if I really, and then for today, what do I need to do then today to achieve that? And that is something I'm really doing every day. I'm talking to people in my network or people I know about that I'm buying this company and that I'm looking for customers. So it's just talking every day about this wish, this buying this company. And then for the fourth question, what or who do I need to achieve my goals? Is, well, there's many times in my thoughts is that I think, okay, I'm not able to achieve this. I'm not good at it. So I really have to change my mindset in not yet, but I'm allowed to develop this competence. And then what keeps me motivated, and that's really something, when I read that question and filled out this form also, I was really thinking, yeah, that's what keeps me motivated. The product we are selling is a product that helps people to deal with stress. And it's a product we use already for a long time. And this product is, it's a training. It's really, really a good product. And I really believe in this product. So every time I think about that, then I feel my growth mindset is coming back and I feel motivated to develop this skill. And in the handout you're about to achieve, is also, you can also scale yourself on a scale from 1 to 10. How motivated are you? And when I think of question 5, I'm really highly motivated. I would score myself a 8. So 10 is very good and 1 is not so good. So this is an example from my side, just to help you make these questions actually so concrete as possible. And perhaps you can now take like 15 minutes in regarding to a competence of your own to fill out or to answer actually these questions that we have here on this sheet for you. And the handout will also come to you. So we are now 5 minutes past 3, or in the Netherlands, 5 minutes past 2. We would like to welcome you back here 20 minutes past 2. And then we'll ask you the same question, did you have enough time? But for now, we take this 15 minutes to work on this set of questions.
You maybe see, I managed to send the task to the chat.
Yes, thank you very much, Katrina.
Okay.
You can use the form Katrina shared, because there you have the scaling table.
Also included, and it's not in our sheet. Okay, we see you back in 15 minutes. Thank you.
We can maybe continue. Is all the students back?
Let us know in the chat if you're ready to continue. It looks like it. We have one thumb up. Another one.
Yes,
great.
Then we will go on. Maybe you may be wondering why we did this exercise. But the answer is simple, because your brain remembers things better when you actively work the goals out. When you just think about your goals, they often remain fleeting. So a thought that disappears just as quickly as it came. But when you write down your goals, work them out, and really think about them for a moment, something else happens, and that's very important. You anchor them in your brain. So you make them concrete and therefore more memorable. And that's exactly what is all about, not just letting dreams or ideas pass by, but setting them down in such a way that you can refer back to them later. And because what you have worked out now will form the basis for the steps you will take later on. So it could be very important in develop your business or your entrepreneurial mindset or going on. So that was the reason why we did this last step in the entrepreneurial mindset workshop.
So to wrap up, first of all, a question. A short reaction. How was this exercise for you? Responding to these questions, and maybe you can leave a short answer in the chat. Nice, insightful. Thank you. Yeah, focus. Oh, it's also a nice word. Another focus. Okay. Yeah. Well, and while this word is popping up, it makes me think about focus. For the time being, it might also be good just to work on one goal at a time also. Because we tend to want to do too much at the same time. Well, that doesn't help to focus.
This is also a nice one. Pinpoint development areas and gave structure for further development, and structure, focus, that are nice
anchors, vision, and ideas. Nice, thank you. Okay, create clear goals. Yeah. And some thumbs. So, in a wrap up, we talked about
growth and fixed mindset.
We talked about DISC. It's about behavior and profitable behavior. We talked about entrepreneurial competences and how to develop them by, for example, using this form, setting goals. And if you wrap it up all together, it's all meant to help you develop your entrepreneurial skills, competences, vision, whether you have a company or in your personal life as well. And it was, we hope it was, it gives you insight, and we hope you can work with this later on. We hope you gained some new insights from this workshop and use the documents we sent. And I think this is for us. This was our workshop from our side, and we wish you a good following up at InnoBoost with the program, and wish you a wonderful day from the Netherlands.
Yeah, maybe if you want to share something or or you have a question, we can have we can take there some time for it. But otherwise, we finished the workshop.
Okay. I will send this video a little bit later to all. We have to wait that our company have edited all these videos, and then students can have them. But after next week, I think so. After next session, we will ready and we can send all. But otherwise, you can go to the Run in a Boost website and you can listen them there if you want to go by yourself. And thank you for everything to you, Inge and Chantal, and thank you for the students. We'll meet next week.
Yeah, there's one question coming in. Just
okay.
And any ideas to advance work-life balance? Good question.
Yes.
There are ideas, but I think the question is a little bit too big for now. Yeah.
What you could do, Sean, is perhaps send us an email. I don't know if our emails were not in the not in the PowerPoint, but we can share it to Katrina, that she can share it with you. Perhaps, Katrina, is that possible?
Yes, it is possible.
Okay, well, we do it like that, Sean.
Okay.
Okay, thanks for the thanks, and then everybody have a good day.
Yes, you too. Bye.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye.